Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is a day that's kind of like a mixed blessing. I'm finishing up my piecing and paper tearing of the final stages of my muscle car. This car means the world to me. It's a 68, you ready for this? Camaro. Candy apple red, and I'm telling you what, this car is never leaving my side. Brings back a lot of fun memories. But out of all of this, I've learned a lot along the way. Legit kits. This is my first real pattern with them. I had bought a PDF at one point and did it. But this is just, I'm so thankful and blessed. Mike brought me on board to do this. This is the test pattern that I was doing for them. I've joined all my pieces, and I'm just going to show you how I've done this because it's really important that you do it the way that they're saying. You're going to join 2 blocks together at a time. Then you're going to join those 2 all the way across, 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time. Then your next thing's going to be kind of like making a 4 patch. Then you're going to do that all the way along the way. Then the directions, I'm not sure if it's on the back. Yeah, it's on the back, so I'll flip it. And this is not the car, it's just their standard. Then you're going to take and make yourself an 8 patch. And you're going to do all those sections. Then you're going to make 16 patches. And it's really easier to do it the way that they're demonstrating. This way, all of your points are going to line up because you're able to pin in smaller sections. When you get this ready, you're going to be where I am right now showing you. I'm joining my final piece. I've already got the top part of my car assembled. Now I'm finishing up the bottom. Then I'm going to be able to join these together and line up here. So I'm going to give you a little tidbit now. Then I'll show you a little bit down the road how I join that and how it's really important not just to mark where your blocks are lining up, but all those little details. I might end up with 20 or 30 pins, but I'm sure I'm going to be thankful that I took the time to do it. So let's get sewing. So what I've done is I've got everything marked, everything's lined up, all of my blocks are in order. I've got extra pins along the way. I did drop my needle, so if I have to stop as I'm sewing, the machine, I don't have to worry about anything shifting at all. Once you get each piece sewn in along the way, you're going to want to stop and pull that paper. Press your seams flat just as you did all along the way. When they wrote these patterns for legit kits, they thought out all of the details, every single step. And I would implore upon anyone doing any legit kit patterns, read through. Just because you have done FPP, there's a reason why they set up everything to do the way that they do. Because they've worked the patterns and they see what they need to do. So what I like to do, because my space is of a premium, is I'll roll this so it doesn't go up under anything there, because I don't want that extra pressure lining up or messing me up there at all. And I'm just taking my pins. I'm not even going to take the time to stick them in my pin cushion. I'm just sliding them out of the way. I'm coming up to my next junction. As you can see, I have a little tiny bit of bulk. The easiest way to handle that is stick your thumb under it and give it a little bit of pressure. You're not pulling or distorting, you're letting the machine do the work for you. And every time I get to one of these intersections, junctions, however you would like to say, I like to back tack in because I don't want anything pulling this beautiful quilt aside, pulling it astray in any way. And we're going to be doing a lot of paper pulling here throughout the day. And then I'll press it out flat. And then this baby will be finished up. And you'll see little tidbits of the paper piece. And you're going to need a set of tweezers along the way. And what you're going to do with those is those little nooks and crannies. You want to try to get all the paper. You do the best you can. And just get as much out as possible. The tweezers come in handy because even with my nails, things are going to get tight in there. And now that I'm at the end, I do always back tack there because this is a lot of pressure that I've got in there. So let me pull my pin cushion over. I have these. A special friend made them for me, and they're nicknamed Itty Bitty and Twitty. And Janine Pfeiffer out of New York made these for me. And I dearly love them. They come in quite handy. So now that I've got this done, your next step is going to be unroll the madness. And just lay it out. And you're going to do like you have everywhere else. You're just going to pull these on both sides, all that paper out. Then you're going to lay it flat on your ironing board or ironing surface. You're going to make it as flat as possible. Open that seam. Use your acorn pin. Then you're going to join what I like to dub section A to section B. Pin along the way. And I'll see you back at the paper pull-in party that we're going to be doing. So I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Right now it's under the paper pulling part, and you try your best to get all of the paper out. You're not going to get every little piece along the way, but hit those junctions because it's less bulk as you're going along. Just pick it out. Use whatever means works for you. I use tweezers. They're the standard. And just have a paper ripping party. It's really satisfying when you get to this part. It's that last little bit. And you can see the finish line just ahead. The headlight area is going to take me a few hours to get through all the little pieces. And that's okay. But I want to make sure I've got it nice and tidy. And as you're doing this, you're going to want to get up here in all these little nooks and crannies along the way, because two things, this serves multiple purposes, is you can make sure that your seams are all tight and snug. You don't want to get this either on the long arm or off to your long armor and find out that your seams came apart, because we're all human, and then you can mess them up really simple and not even realize it until you're to this part of the game. And just keep moving straight along. My husband just said my room looks like confetti all over. He comes in and he goes, "What in the world?" And all I'm doing is having a paper pulling party. And run your fingers up in here in these little tiny areas. You're going to have some paper. Get it out. What you do miss when your quilt's laundered, it will come out then. It'll dissolve. But you don't want to leave all this muck up in there. And this is going to take a long time to do, but it's well worth it. If you have some kids, pay them a few bucks. They'll sit and do it for you. But they're not going to be checking your seams, I can almost guarantee. And just happy ripping all along the way. Next time you see this, you will see it on the ironing board being pressed out and getting ready to go to the long armor, because I want a special pattern on it. This one means a lot to me. So I've commissioned Tucker Nace over Tucker Sewing and Quilting to work this one up for me. And we're ordering a really cool backing. So wait until you see it in its full glory.